All right, so this knife thoughts video is going to be an unboxing, as you can see, and it's a knife from Axial gear. So this is one I'm really excited about. Axial did send this knife. This is the Enzi frame lock flipper, and this is the first non-automatic folding knife from Axial. So it's one that I've been looking forward to checking out, and let's go ahead and get right into it here. Well, first of all, I actually intended to do this unboxing outside. I've got my Axial gear shirt on and was going to do it in front of the camera. And of course, it started raining. So I'm doing it here more classic tabletop. But here is my trusty Axial dart. A really great box opening type knife, packaging opening with the Tonto very, very thinly ground. So that's a nice out the front from Axial. But turn it over, and as always, make sure you subscribe to the channel, check out my social media and knifethoughts.com. But let's open this up. You can see how nicely that cuts there. I really like how this knife cuts. Open it. Try not to cut too much inside. I've got a bad habit of that. And there it is. So there's the box, and I've talked about in some of my videos on Axial knives before how they do a nice job of their packaging. And this is a little different than other Axial boxes I've seen. The out the front boxes have kind of embossed as this Axial, name is, kind of an outline or drawing of the knife. This one just has the Axial, very minimalist, and then the Axial logo, which I really like, as I've mentioned. So I like this box also, and it is, it's a magnetic type box. So here is another thing that I like is that they have an inspection. On others, they have a checklist. I'm not sure if this one will have a checklist, but you can see it was inspected by MB. A little Stay Sharp sticker. So that's a new sticker from Axial. I haven't seen it before. It's got the Enzi with that drawing style on it, so that's cool. Put that right on a water bottle or something. Here is a little bit of information from Colby, and I've talked to Colby. I think he really believes in the knives and in Axial, so it's always nice to see that. And the knife comes in a kind of felt bag as usual, but let's get right to it. So this is, as I said, a frame lock flipper. It's a pretty small knife. It's about a 2.8 inch edge, and it has a titanium handle and 20 CV blade. The blade, you can see, is well centered and sits nice and deep within the frame, which I appreciate. I hate a proud tip. It's got looks to have a titanium clip. Yeah, that's definitely titanium. You can tell by the how it feels the spring. And let's flip this thing open. Feels pretty nice. I really like this style of cutout on the lock bar rather than like one big cutout. I think that this probably is more durable, and I think it looks cooler. And it goes along with Axial's 3 cutout thing. So I think that's really cool that they worked that in with that. I remember seeing that, I believe, on the drawings that Colby had sent a while back of this knife, and thought that that was a really cool little addition. Lockup looks good, 30% maybe, something like that, normal. No forward and back locked. It does look, it has a lock bar insert, so that's nice. Couldn't tell that from the pictures, so that's nice to know that it does have a lock bar insert. I guess you could tell because it has the screw probably, but you can't see it as much as on some other knives. No side to side. I'm gonna unlock it real quick. No side to side there either. Really solid filling actually, and definitely ball bearings. So this has kind of a reverse Tonto style blade shape, that's similar to like the Benchmade 940, something like that. Very utilitarian looking, some straight edge, and then a really gradual belly. Usable tip, feels really sharp. No edge damage that I can feel. And actually feels pretty good in the hand. Now, this is a nicely designed knife because you can see it has a pretty generous finger cutout here. And then it has this chamfering at the butt of the knife. So even though it's a small knife and smaller than I typically prefer in a folding knife, my hand feels pretty good with this grip here because there's no sharp corners. So yeah, feels good in the hand. It's definitely not the thinnest knife out there. Those are some pretty thick slabs of titanium. Let's see if there's any milling. Yep, there's milling on the inside there. You can see that. Very smooth. See how it drops. Oh yes, that is really smooth. Well dialed in, I would say. Now, I should have checked beforehand, but it looks like these are titanium screws also. Maybe they're just bead blasted very well to match the titanium, but they look like titanium to me. So yeah, I like the design. It's extremely smooth. This is really, really smooth. More smooth than I was expecting, to be honest. You can see how easily it drops there. Finger slipped off, but I think it was because I was putting pressure on the lock bar. I mean, it flips really nicely. The detent is definitely solid and no slop really either, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna put this right in my pocket, put it to use, and do a full review for sure after some use. But I'm really excited to get to check this knife out. The first manual folding knife from Axial Gear. This is made in China. I have some discussion on that in my video on the Alpine, but which I am actually going to do an update on. But this first run of the Enzi is made in China. I do believe that they are going to bring the production in-house when they have their full shop up and running. I just saw on Instagram that they got some of their machinery, so that's really exciting. But I assume that the price will probably be a little bit higher when this is a fully made in-house, made in USA knife. Right now it's $189 without the discount, but with my discount code Knife Thoughts, comes down to $170.10. So really, you know, in line with knives with these materials, this construction, even made in China, you know, something like a Wee knife, things like that. I think that it's right in line with the prices on this type of knife. So I'm excited to check it out. I'm going to put it to use, do a full review, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell and select all so you know when I post new videos, including the review on this. Check out my other social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Knife Thoughts, and my website, knifethoughts.com, where I post articles on knives like this and knife-related topics. And the lights go out, so I guess it's time to end the video. And last but not least, don't forget to go out and do good.